Alrighty. Bam. There we go. Let's go to my Twitch feed. Yeah. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Loud. Whoops. I'm just gonna make sure that this is working. Yoink. Okay, we're good. Cool. All right. Welcome back to another live stream of Stellaris Console Edition with me, Mobius Y, the guy that plays a whole bunch of niche games that nobody fucking cares about. But I still have fun doing it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ah, there we go. Probably going to hear a bit of noise in the background, because I do have some food and whatnot. For a small dinner and all that stuff, because I am streaming kind of early compared to my normal time. But I just wanted to get a bit of a head start. I'll still stream for about 2 hours tonight. So where were we? This is my Iron Man game, Suthari Stellar Coalition. So last time we were just kind of chilling, building up the Empire a little bit, starting to get our research projects done and all that jazz. We're not too terribly far into the game. I don't think we're even like what's it say? They're not even 40 years into the game, so still quite a ways to go. I mean, as you can see, for example, with my Zexoan Collective game here, I'm almost 300 years into the game. Been a lot of fun with that save. So we'll go ahead and stream game 2. I think that's the right one. Yep. Okay, so we'll load up and just see where we're at. Hope everybody had a nice Tuesday. Oh. Karba's Landing. Why does this have an interesting name? Huh. Anyways. Okay, so we've got our spaceport. Only has 2 modules on it. We have a dozen little corvettes for personal defense and whatnot. To deal with pirates, I suppose. Let's see how we're doing. That's right. We're right next to these other guys. The Gulk Furky Imperium. They're expanding pretty rapidly. And then we got the other dudes down here. United Dude, the United Buvonden Autocracy. They don't like us as much as the other guys right next to us. And, yeah, right now we're not doing a heck of a lot. I just made this other colony, if I recall right. So this is a brand new colony that we're just kind of chilling. Going to slowly upgrade this eventually. We've already got propaganda broadcasts, land of opportunity, and infrastructure projects to try and build that up. Get some more pops there. So how's our other planet doing? Okay, this planet is pretty much fully populated. So hopefully we can upgrade the... where the heck is it? There it is. We can upgrade to a planetary capital fairly soon. That will allow us to upgrade our power plants, and we've got some mining networks. And I put a couple science facilities on this planet, I've noticed. Oh, that's why, because there were several tiles that already had points of research on them. So, that's fine. This other planet, what are we going to do here? Wow, there's quite a bit of research points available. There's obviously going to be a Xeno Zoo built here. It's building now. There's a frontier clinic here because that was for more society research, so that'll help out just a little bit. Not much. So I'll put another engineering lab here where there's 2 society research already, and then these last 2 tiles I'll put excuse me, holy crap! I'll put hydroponics base for additional food generation, because that'll really help with building up our pops in any new colonies. And then about by then I figure this colony will have most of its tiles populated. So what do we got going on here? Nothing. I can't really build any modules on any of these spaceports because nothing's really built, or nothing's really researched for them, which is fine. So what do we got? Self-aware logic, research alternatives, +1. That's fine. We're researching cruisers. 15 months left for that. And then this Ptheran dust, which if we can get some control of at some point, will increase our food output by 10% across the board. So that'll be a nice bonus if we can get there. Alright, so is this spaceport building anything? No. How are we doing on minerals? Almost 50 per month already. That's not too bad. And energy, we're a little low, but that's okay. Where's our construction ship? Where did I put him? There you are. Okay, so I guess he's just going around building up some stuff in some systems where we can. Meanwhile, our science ships... Can they free roam? Automatic exploration, yes. Okay, so they're just automatically cruising about. So yeah, I'd say we are, for now, we're all good for now. What's this faction going? What's going on with these guys? Signing research treaties with at least 3 other empires will please the Council of Robotic Sciences. Well, I don't really care about you, so whatever. Okay, so let's continue. There we go. And situation log. What do I have tracking right now? Not that one. Not that one. There it is. That's what it is. Alien specimen procurement. So that's what I'm tracking right now. Gotcha. Do I have a science ship going to any of these locations? Is my next question. Whew. So it's mostly just a waiting game right now while we wait for research to build up, our resources to build up, our new colony to grow a bit, so on and so forth. Can we upgrade? Oh, this is already a planetary administration. Awesome. Okay, so we'll build a science lab here. As soon as that Xeno Zoo is done, that'll start building. And then I'll upgrade it to an engineering facility. So by all means, let me know. Anybody who's watching, just let me know if the sound is off, if you need me to lower the game volume or something, or if I'm just not talking loud enough. Or if there's too much background noise from like my fans or something.
Research complete.
Okay, what do we got? Research complete. Self-aware logic is done. Good. Okay, so we want...
Special project complete.
What do we get? We got one of those specimens, and we got a bunch of society research. Good, 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 good. Okay, so here is a good dilemma. Increasing colony development speed would be great right now, but you know what? Cold fusion power would as well, but I'd really like to get some point defenses just in case we deal with some guys that have missiles, where most of their weapons are missiles. That would be really cool. I'm going to go ahead ahead and get active countermeasures. Who died? Oh, the admiral for the ship. That sucks. Okay, recruit leader. See, this is one of the reasons why I kind of like having things such as one of the first empires I made. I went with the what was the trait? What's the trait called? It's one that gives them like plus 75 years to their lifespan or something. I think it's called Venerable,
Construction complete.
and it costs 4 trait points, which is pretty insane. But it's for a good reason, because in having such a long lifespan with your leaders, you don't have to spend nearly as much influence constantly recruiting new ones. It can be pretty helpful if you struggle a lot with your influence generation, which of course is needed to build things like frontier outposts and recruit new leaders and activate edicts on the planet. Research complete. Cruisers is done. Good. Okay, what do we got here? Kinetic weapon damage plus 15%. I don't really care about that. Let's see. Afterburners. Let's get ceramo metal materials, because that's actually a pretty small research project. And then we completed Pitharan dust refining.
Complete.
Sneerin secured. Okay, another specimen collected for a whole bunch of society research. Almost 200. Good. So we have just ended the alien specimen procurement event chain. We got 382 society research, 379 energy credits, 40 influence, and 90 unity. Like, that's really good. All those bonuses were pretty awesome. Vitality boosters. Oh, that'd be cool. Okay, here we go. Heritage site produces 4. Okay, so we can upgrade our monument to a heritage site if we get that. But I would really like planetary capital. So we'll pick that. That'll take 35 months. That's okay. That's okay. Bit of a project, but not a big deal. Okay, so this is growing. Oops, I did not mean to move them. How's the growth going here? Plus 1 per month. That's fine. Okay. Wow, my freaking TV is loud. Let me turn down the volume. It is
System
down.
survey complete.
I guess my alerts are just super loud. I'll fix that at some point. Alright, so let's build some hydroponics farms in these spots. There we go. So that once this pop is done, hopefully they'll start the next pop on maybe the engineering facility. We'll see. If they don't, we can always move them. It's all good. Okay, so let's see where our science ships are anyways. Where are they at? Where are they surveying? This is what I want to know. Okay, so you're over there. And you're still chilling over there. Automatic exploration is on. And why were you moving here? For no reason. Okay, how do I... Let's go stop, and then automatic exploration. There we go. Resume exploration, please. Oh, leader leveled up. Cool. So I want them to start going this way, because we haven't really explored that part of this very spiral arm that we're in. I'm not sure if anybody was here that remembers, but I started... This map is essentially a spiral galaxy with only 2 spiral arms. As you can see, one starts here.
Updated.
Whoa. Old gods approaching the undawn to the JD Erevan the Bitter has entered their blah 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 system, and its crew report that a stellar object, not unlike the shrine to the Untold, is indeed orbiting the star. Okay, good job. So yeah, it starts there, and then it just loops all the way around like so. And we're in that spiral arm near the very galactic core. And then this spiral arm goes whoop, loops all the way back out over here where the United Bavardordian autocracy is chilling. And those guys don't like us.
Situation
For whatever reason.
updated.
Bunch of dildos. Its crew report that a stellar object not unlike the is in this system. Okay. So what we want them to do is research that project in the system, and then survey that system, and then research that project in that system. How about the other guy? Did the other guy have a thing nearby? I don't think so. Nope. Okay, we're done construction down here on Kambibi. We can upgrade to level 2 hydroponics farms. Our food production is getting pretty low. As you can see here, it's only +3. So we need to up that just a tad. I'm going to go ahead and pick a different song. I do think this is one of the cool things about Stellaris is if there's particular tracks you like, you can pick the ones you enjoy hearing. So we'll just go ahead and start with the main theme. Creation and Beyond. Okay, so fleet capacity, we could actually build several more ships. I'm going to go ahead and do that. We can get we could get a few destroyers, as a matter of fact. Let's see how we're doing on ship designer. Corvette, colony ship, blah, blah, blah. Nothing's really automatically updating, which is fine. What's on the destroyer, anyways? Oh, okay. Nothing but weapons. Weapons and more weapons. Cool. Okay, so I'll go ahead and build a few destroyers. They require 2 for ship size. I've already got 12 corvettes. So if I build 12 of these, that'll add 24.
System survey
2,
complete.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. That actually didn't even cost that much. System survey complete. Epsilon Eridani. Really?
Anomaly found.
Anomaly found. Signs of battle. 0% failure risk. Let's do that.
Research complete.
Okay, research complete. Ceramo metal materials. So better armor for our ships is always good. Antimatter missiles. That'd be nice. But I want carrier operations. There's torpedoes.
Construction complete.
I want to do that so that we can get those cruiser assembly yards. 20 months to research that. That's not too bad. Issue special project Mount Graveyard Expedition. Very, very interesting. Okay, so all the construction on Kambibi is done for now. And there's nothing more to improve. So what do we got here? Are we improving expansion? Yes, we are.
Research complete.
What do we got? Capital buildings now produce 1 additional unity for the purpose of colonizing and building
System
frontier
survey
outposts.
complete.
Systems count as being half the regular distance away. I see. Let's go with this one. Colonization fever. For additional unity. Okay, what did we get? Ooh! UV lasers. Hell yeah. Upgrade them lasers. Pick that. 34 months remaining. Holy crap. Yeah, we get hardly anything. We get hardly anything on our research right now. Kind of crappy. Alright, 11 months left for the planetary capital. That'll be nice. Get another upgrade on that. Okay, so what do we got going on here? And then you can research that project. Okay, so we have finished Precursor of the Irrations. Okay, that's done. It cannot reach or find any other unsurveyed systems. What are you talking about? You stupid. Okay, so
System
this
survey
science
complete.
ship. Oh, that's why, because the scientist died. So let's get a new one. What do we want? What do we want? Let's go with resilient, longer lifespan. He's already pretty old. Okay, so let's see. Send them here first. What the? Ugh. They can't do the research projects. What? Get out of here. Alright, finish surveying that. Okay, I gotta get my other science ship up here. Where are they? There they are. Okay, nope, you need to come over this way, bro Chacho. Since you are rank 4, you need to do all these little projects. Ooh, we got our allies fighting over here. Who are they fighting? Pirates? Oh, that's the the mining drones. Excuse me. I almost said combat drones. Go get them. Nice job. The battles in this game do look kind of cool. I'll give them that. They're not like spectacular like Homeworld can be, but they do look pretty cool. Unlocks feature ecological adaptation. Okay, so that would be nice for terraforming reasons. However, a frontier hospital right now would be fan-fucking-tastic. 25 months for that. That's not too bad. Okay, so last I recall, we wanted to colonize this Strom 3 planet, didn't we? Let's see. No planet modifiers. It's got 17 tiles, all but one, which can be removed. And once we colonize this, I'll get the technology for it. Dangerous wildlife removal. Okay. Geez, this will be a little tough. Because I kind of want to put the... I want to put the planetary capital, like, either on this one where the toxic kelp is or where the active volcano is, but I can't. That sucks. So I'll probably just plop it right down there on that ocean terrain where that one piece of food is. That's fine. Four more destroyers to build. How's this coming along? Okay, we got a new pop coming up there. I want them on the science lab. So even though I built an engineering facility here, it's actually generating more society research because the tile initially had 2 society research being generated. That's pretty neat. Now you see though, if I move this pop onto one of the farms, it'll create more food so that we get more pop growth as soon as that one's done. But that's thinking too hard. What am I talking about? I'm being crazy. Moby, shut the fuck up and just play the fucking game, right? Okay, so we got everything in that Impel tub system as well. Alright, everything within our borders is being taken care of, which is what we want. Why was this guy down here? I can't even remember.
System survey complete.
Okay, so we had Sapphire Lurkers. That was 2K, almost 3K fleet power, so we need quite a bit. Ancient mining drones. What do we got? Science Officer Bemelon has reported back with the JD Kittrell the Bright findings at the Persepiance Shrine. They recognized early on that in a text in some logographic script is inlaid in the walls, heavily distorted by the layers of translucent lacquer. Texts from other shrines should help us piece it all together. Okay. So it wants us to keep first likely shrine location. All right.
Incoming.
So it's basically just telling us, ooh, what do we got here? Resource storage full on influence. That's fine. Trade deal offer. Star charts. Yes, let's agree to that. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to get my construction ship to build a frontier outpost here just to kind of maintain our borders in that little
Construction
piece
complete.
of the galaxy. Alright, spaceport is done building our destroyers. How's our fleet doing? 861 power. Not as high as I'd like, but that's fine. So here's what we're going to do. We'll build one more Corvette, since we can afford it. We've got the naval capacity. That'll be finished in about a month. How's our research coming in? Oops, wrong thing. Research. Just about done with the cruiser shipyards. Gonna probably be looking to branch out to another planet that I make into our
Research complete.
ship production planet. Okay, so what do we got? Ooh, super solid materials
System
for
survey
upgraded
complete.
engineering facility. I think that's what we're going to want to go for because everything else is kind of just eh. So let's do that. 28 months. That's not too bad. Not at all. So let's take a look over here. This planet is green. Is there a modifier on it? No planet modifiers. Okay. 70% habitability. That's fine. Ooh, we could put a Betharian power plant there, which will be useful. There's a lot of
Special
science tiles
project
on
complete.
here. Okay, what do we got? Special project complete. This team under Science Officer Bemelon has finished their expedition on Sevius 3A and returned to the JD Ketchel the Bright. Thankfully, the starship graveyard on the surface proved to be a technological treasure trove. Studying the remains of these vessels has advanced our research in certain fields by several years, and there are yet things to discover. A permanent science outpost in orbit would be a great boon to our starship engineering efforts. Okay, cool. So the scientists got 200 experience, and we got 350 engineering research points for that. Right on. So that bumped up 2 months. 2 months worth of research. Awesome. Sensors pick up unusual reading in the vicinity of dubious abyss. Readings that are hard to explain being this close to the black hole. We're going to leave it be because there's a 30%
System
failure risk.
survey complete.
I'd rather not deal with that. Okay, so this Marcab 3 is probably going to be our 4th colony. I could build a various general purpose kind of planet with a spaceport that has all the construction yards to improve the speed of ship construction. And that's what it will be for. And then we can start working on things like habitability and whatnot for our next colony, because that's kind of becoming a concern right now. So how are we doing on our current colonies? This pop is only about half done. How much energy are we producing? Not much. Damn! This one produces 14.
Research
What do we got?
complete.
Cold hard potential. Okay, 10% failure risk. Let's do that. I'm going to pop this edict, increase our energy credit generation by a bit. And this one is going to be increase mineral production by a little bit. That'll be helpful. Okay, Frontier Hospital done. Good. We can upgrade that, which is most
Construction
excellent.
complete.
Hydroponics Farm 3. I don't really want that just yet. Let's get the Heritage site because that's a lot cheaper to get right now. 8 months and that research will be done.
Special project complete.
Shrine to the Undaunted. After today's activities, the best turn can be. Science Officer Mermelon has retrieved the doctrine of the Undaunted, a textile scroll coated with a sturdy plastic polymer. Alright, cool. So now we should be able to... Oh, wait, we can't yet. Right. Teachings of Explorers. The J.D. Erevan the Bitter's crew is reporting that they've found something spectacular on Yinin 2A. On the surface lies traces of an explorative expedition of another civilization. Left behind are some well-preserved documents and artifacts. The proposed action by Chief Science Officer Ralpakin is to send the text findings to our homeworld for translation. There's also the possibility to sell them off to a private investor. So we could get 897 energy credits and 747 minerals right now if we so decided to, or we could start the Translating Explorers Texts special project.
Situation
so we'll go with that.
Updated. System survey.
It'll take 9
complete.
months. Put a bit of a damper on our current research project in the social tech tree, but that's fine. Okay, so here we go with our little fleet of little lameness. And we are going to get them to... Is this the right one? Yes, that's the mining drones. So, get in there. Fuck them up. Okay, sorry about that. We traded active sensor links. That is now done. Okay, let's see if we can renew that. Oh wow, these guys are superior to us in terms of fleet power and naval capacity because they they have branched out a hell of a lot more than we have. Look at the size of their empire already. Damn, like, it's pretty fucking big. All right, so let's pay attention to what our fleet's doing. 2 more little jumps, and then they'll be in the same system. Watch them take on these little mining drones. Excuse me. All right.
Situation
updated. Approaching the benefactress, the Jade Ketrel Bright has entered the Sabtrock system, and his crew report that a stellar object not unlike the Shrine to the Untold is indeed orbiting the star. Okay, so let's pause this for a second because we want to watch that battle. Where is that science ship? There they are. Okay, so research that systems project. Okay, back to the battle. These guys ain't gonna move for a bit. There they go.
Hostile fleet.
Dun 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 dun. They definitely have better lasers than we do.
System survey complete.
One destroyer down. Both destroyers down. There you go. Mop them up. Mop them up. Nice. After the recent victory in the Nishpan system, Admiral Ralph Buchanan appears to have developed a new interest in naval theory. They have begun experimenting with some radically new strategies and tactics.
Situation log
gained a
updated.
trickster trait. Cool. Gives access to the Drone Bounty Empire Edict. Ends the mining drone analysis event chain. The mining drones were destroyed in a heated battle with Sutharian vessels. As luck would have it, their energy cells are by far the sturdiest component used in their construction, and some were recovered by our ships. The technology behind these cells is beyond us at present, but initial tests show we are quite capable of converting their output to energy credits. As the final energy cell bled out, the engineers handling the test noticed a dip in background radiation. It would appear that the drones are not silent, but have been sporadically broadcasting on unusual frequencies since we first encountered them, possibly ever since they were first deployed. It is unlikely that there is anyone left to receive these transmissions. At any rate, the drones could prove to be a potent but limited source of energy, should we be able to find and disable them efficiently enough. Duly noted. So, the next thing that we want this science ship to do is research that debris.
Research complete.
I think it's a timed event? Yes. Okay, so UV lasers is done. Excellent. Now we can get a physics lab too. I think now is a good time. Ooh. Deciphering the pictographs in the Benefactress Shrine was a much smoother process than anticipated. All linguists involved described the language quickly connecting or clicking in their minds, despite its age and complexity. However, the writings are unlikely to make much sense until they are combined with the other writs associated with the rest of the quadrumvirate godhead. Okay. Old Gods Revelation, the complete doctrine of the gods, for that is what the recovered texts have to be regarded as, dwarfing the fairy tale scraps upon which the old Sutharian religions were founded, is as shockingly revelatory as it is revolutionary. With only a little bit of creative interpretation, it is clear that the people of Rehi were meant for great things, guided by the strong hand of a religious leader. Our path is one to godhood, but our past is littered with prophecies unfulfilled and sin born of ignorance. Redemption is ephemeral. So, suppress the findings, knowledge is power, secret knowledge is secret power, ends the shrines to the old gods events chain, gain 80 influence. Monetize the findings. We'll get 1345 energy credits. What can we learn from this? We'll get 350 society research right away, and then if we do this, we walk in the footsteps of the divine. Start a religious renaissance. Unity gained 250. Suthari Stellar Coalition shifts its ethics towards spiritualist. Ends the shrines to the old gods event chain. You know what? Fuck it. Let's lean towards spiritualist all of a sudden. Inactive civics. We have inactive civics. Okay, let's go back to physics research, and we are going to get the cold fusion power, because that'll be nice. 35 months for that. How are we doing on the situation log? This should be almost done. 1 month left. Yep. Inactive civics. Now what? Okay, so
Special project complete.
Special project failed. Sadly, our linguists have been unable to understand the entirety of the alien language used in the old documents found on Unit 2A. However, they managed to translate the essentials, which has given us a glimpse into the culture they originated from. Well, that's lame. Okay, so what I need to do... Why can't I do technocracy anymore? Great. Governing ethics attraction, leader skill level, let's see, idealistic citizen, pop happiness, monthly influence, empire energy generation. Okay, so we will take that off. And what can we do? Aristocratic elite, empire leader capacity governing, building cost minus 15, core sector systems plus 2, empire minerals production, election influence cost. Empire energy generation, monthly influence. I am thinking core sector systems would be nice. We'll do that. Reform. Well, we've lost our bonus research speed because of that. I don't know if that was a good idea or a bad idea. Whatever. Alright, so our science ship is going in and taking care of this timed project. So let's move our fleet back to Neri. Okay, now our construction ship, because they built that frontier outpost, we have regained control of these sections. And we can build research outposts. Okay, so how is Kambibi doing? Getting there. This pop is still not done.
System survey complete.
Pretty convinced a big part of that is because of the food generation being so shitty. So,
analyzed.
Tell you what, we can afford to move this guy off there. So you go there for now. And you go there. There, that'll work. So now we got some food generation going. What do we got? Non-aggression pact between the United Buvandon Autocracy and the Gulk Furky Imperium. Okay, so the guy that doesn't like us and the guy that does like us. Non-aggression pact. New faction, National Wealth Board. Their members lobby for a national focus on financial growth and stability through peaceful means. Alright, duly noted. So I can now upgrade to planetary capitals. Governing ethics shift in the United Buvandon Autocracy. has finally embraced the faction, adopting their core values and policies. As a result of bringing this faction into their government, they have become more outwardly pacifistic. Alright. That's actually kind of helpful. Let's see if we can talk to them. And if they still think if they're still dicks. The contempt of our serene protector feels towards you is shared by our entire nation, Sutharian. Indeed, my ascus churns at the mere sight of you. At the mere sight of you. That's
Research complete.
hurtful. I think I'm going to cry. Engineering Facility 2 is done. Mineral silo upgrades and a processing plant upgrade. That'd be kind of handy. But surely there's something else cheaper we can get in the meantime. Not really. Let's get carrier operations. And then for this one, what do we got here? Cheaper war demands. Okay, so for super cheap, we can get core sector system +1. 15 months to research that is not too bad. I'll take it. So that leaves upgrading the monument to a heritage site. There we go. And then we'll upgrade the planetary administrations to planetary capitals. 450 minerals for each of those. All right. I think it's safe to go ahead and build our next colony ship. We will colonize Strom.
Anomaly found.
What do we got? Promising moon. Research it, please. That reminds me, there's that anomaly. 3 energy credits if we build a mining station there. There's the anomaly in this system which has not been looked at. Okay, cool. So we shall go over here and research the anomaly. Okay, you guys need to go back and repair fleet. What did we lose? We lost 3 corvettes in that fight with the mining drones. It's not too bad. We're going to have to go into ship designer, though. And I'm pretty sure that these lasers are freaking upgraded. Yeah, totally. Do we have anything else as well? We've got some deflectors and armor pieces as well. Not to mention better power plants.
Anomaly found.
What do we got? Research it. I don't care what it is. Ion thrusters. Sensors have not been upgraded, though. Neither have combat computers. That's fine. Do that later.
Construction complete.
What do we got? That was our colony ship, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Okay, so Strom. Go here. And colonize. Let's get all British on their ass. Colonize! So let's see. Asteroid listening post.
Situation log updated.
Interesting. Most interesting special project. Oh, what the hell? It just canceled my order, didn't it? Yes, it did. Okay, so we're going to put this here because there's 3... We'll just call it Strom Prime. Yeah, leave it at that. Strom 4 has a big mineral bonus. We'll want this at some point. Planet modifiers, high quality minerals, minerals plus 25%. So at some point we will terraform and colonize Strom 4 and turn it into nothing but mineral generation. Expansion. The effect on increased tradition cost is reduced. Yep, that's fine. what we want. Okay, so is construction complete on these two planets of the planetary capitals? No, it's building right now. Well, this one is still building, about half done. 300 days still, jeez.
Colonization in progress.
Colonization in progress. That's what we want to hear. So we're going to move the construction ship over to these neighboring systems because they'll probably fall within our borders once that planet is colonized. And then we can build some additional stations. Mining stations, research stations, whatever. What do we got? Whoa! The readings picked up in the system come somewhat surprisingly from the dubious abyss itself. As black holes go, it is fairly small, which could account for some of the unexpected radiation leaking from its event horizon. Science Officer Bemelon believes the black hole is on its way to bleeding out and will eventually disappear entirely, though it is difficult to say whether this process will be complete before the death of the universe. Some gravitational upset in the hole's youth has rendered it, to quote Bemelon, wobbly, further increasing the flow of energy from its event horizon. There's much we could learn. Man, if I could get a research station over there,
complete.
That would be awesome, because that is a single research station on that planetary body, and it'll generate 9 physics research all on its own. Like, that's not entirely terrible. I mean, it's not fantastic. It doesn't sound terribly fantastic because it's like, oh my god, only 9 points. But I mean, that's a lot for a single stellar body. Let's see. Let's go with expertise rocketry. See, our borders are growing just a little bit. It'll take some time, but they'll get there. I gotta say, I do like sometimes just stopping and chilling and looking at some of the shit in this game. Like, these black holes do look pretty cool. I mean, just move around them and all that jazz. And you just watch the shit swirling around them. Maybe I'm weird. But that's okay.
Research complete.
I'd rather be weird than quote unquote normal. All right, what do we got? Dangerous wildlife removal. That's what we want because we've colonized Strom. Now that's popped up. Good. Okay, so this is done. Let's upgrade this to a frontier hospital. More Unity. That's excellent. And then we can upgrade this engineering facility as well. As for our first colony on Rihi, we can upgrade the power plants. Wait, what? No, we can't. I lied. Engineering facility upgrade, engineering facility upgrade, engineering facility upgrade. So we're upgrading our science labs right now, and that's it.
Anomaly found.
Ooh, we got asteroid in orbit. Research that bad boy. Okay, so this spaceport, please make another destroyer, and then make another corvette. Thank you very much. Carrier operations is done. Okay, what do we want next? I don't know. Let's go with plasma thrusters. 19 months for that. Not too bad. I mean, our engineering research is quite a bit higher than our physics research. For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit around Taramda 1. Massive engine sections and braking thrusters can still be found on the surface, although they have long since been rendered inoperable. Whoever did this also mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after they begun. Okay. So that turned that asteroid into a potential source for engineering research if we were close enough to build a station. Okay, so mining station there, hell yes. A little bit more energy credit generation across 2 planets. I'd like to get to this Valius system.
Construction complete. Colony established.
That's a lot.
System survey complete.
There's a lot of stuff we could do there. Okay, so this is now done. Let's build the spaceport with energy weapons. Okay, we just need to wait for the pops, more or less. So, first things first, let's clear some tiles.
Construction complete.
Okay, and this stuff's all done here. Nothing left to upgrade. Very good, very nice. How about here? How are we doing? Nothing to upgrade here either. Still building the enhanced engineering facilities. Alright, what just finished? Cold fusion power, finally. Okay. What's next?
Anomaly found. Research complete.
Ooh, asteroid in orbit. Research that. Specialized combat computers. That'll be nice. Okay. So now we need to do... let's do the biodiversity studies and get that biolab. Why not? Doing the low-tier research options will make it more likely for good ones to show up. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk to these guys. How you doing? Toad asteroid again. Cool. Has trade deals, non-aggression pacts with both of us. Closed borders to United Bonbon autocracy. Okay. Let's go ahead and guarantee their independence. This will cost us 1 influence per month.
Found.
I can afford it. Let's research that. So now,
Construction
they do not like us as much. Oh, nice. Is this system in our borders now? No, but it will be, I think, very shortly. Let's put the construction ship over there. Aerostat colonies. A ruined network of aerostat colonies dating back at least 3 millennia can be found in the low orbit of this gas giant. Cool. So that turns that into an engineering research location. If we can get a station over there.
System survey complete.
Those guys are just growing and growing and growing. Look at how big they're getting. I'm amazed I have not found any other...
Construction complete.
What's it called?
Evading hostile fleet.
Societies. Evading hostile fleet? Where? Way over there? What are they? More ancient combat drones, huh? Their fleet power is only a little bit less than ours, but we might have to go fuck them up anyways. Just to get rid of them. We've still got these guys right here, too. crystalline entities, I believe they were. Okay, so fleet action. Oh, wait, maybe not yet. You know what? Let's go to Rehe, spaceport, build another destroyer and another corvette. Please and thank you. That'll max out our fleet capacity, give us a little bit more strength. Speaking of which, I kind of want to know, where did I put them? There we go. Okay. Take a look at them.
Complete.
So for each corvette, 25.53 military power, and destroyer 46.25. Bleh. Kind of shitty, but that's okay. Biolab is done. Good. So that should help out. Okay. Doctrine, reactive formations, increase our fleet capacity. Yes, please. Excuse me. Whew. Closing in on the 1 hour mark.
Construction complete.
About 56 minutes into this stream. Are they already done building the extra ships? They are. Okay, so here we go. Now our fleet power has jumped up a bit, so we're quite a bit stronger than these guys now. Almost 300 fleet power. Let's go take them on. Get rid of them. That way our
system survey complete.
Science ship can go back over there and do their thing. Okay, so we've got a plan. Strom, one of the Strom worlds is being colonized, or has been colonized. We're going to want to move over to Markab at some point because it's got some good tiles, including one for a Betharian power plant, which will be really handy for energy credit generation. And it will be our shipyard.
Research complete.
Okay, so solar panel network, first and foremost. Yes, need that
System
energy credit
survey
generation. Then spaceport upgrades. Up the
Tile
yin yang.
block cleared.
What have we finished for research? Plasma thrusters. That's always good. What else can we get? Let's do... Leaning towards torpedoes. Yeah, let's get torpedoes. Okay, tile blocker
Anomaly
cleared. Oh, weak signal. Research that, please. 0% failure rate. Okay, so let's clear this tile blocker now that we have that technology completed, finally. You are going to move there. I don't want to build any structures just yet because things like basic power plants, you just have to pay more frickin' credits to, or more minerals, I should say, to upgrade them. What I want to do, though, is... Can I build a Xeno Zoo here yet? I don't think so. Temple? Really? I've never been a spiritualist thing, so I've never seen that before. Ancient Life Pod, 150 Society Research. Very good. Okay, so here we are going to build our monument. And then here we're going to build a frontier clinic. So as a matter of fact, let's put these guys here so that when they're done, they'll be operating the frontier clinic. That will improve the growth speed on this planet by a little bit, which is great. Okay, fleet command. Let's do this. Here we go. They've arrived in the same system, and they are closing on the enemy. Here we go. Any moment now, these guys will start moving. There they go. Okay, let's do this. Pew 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 pew. Get 'em, boys!
System survey complete.
There you go. Wipe them out. Wipe them out. One destroyer down. 2 destroyers down. Take the rest out. See ya. We lost a couple ships in that. Damn. So we're going to move them back to... we're actually going to put them in Strom to go get repaired. There we go. So this is done. That pop is now finished growing. So now the next one that's growing is going to be on the monument.
Research complete.
Ooh, here we go. Reactive formations. Good, 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 good. And interstellar warfare to further increase our naval capacity. But you know what I really, really want is the hypercommunication. Because the Hypercoms Forum is basically the upgraded monument that we already have. So it produces even more Unity.
System survey complete. Anomaly found.
Research that, please. I don't know what to go with.
Research complete.
Let's do interstellar warfare. Increase our fleet capacity even more. Okay. Extended combat algorithms. That would be nice. Let's do the improved deflectors. That shouldn't take too long. 23 months, not bad. And then down here, let's do Teldar crystal mining. That'll only take a year, not too long. Limbo. The signal originates from the remains of an antenna-like structure. Exploratory probes were dispatched from the JD Iravan the Bitter to the surface to investigate the matter more closely. What Science Officer Ralpakin found was a cavernous vault that, while easily pried open, was evidently the last safe house and refuge of some long-dead race of aliens. While reasonably technologically advanced, it seems they never reached for the stars and perished to some planet-wide natural disaster. The vault is immense, housing thousands upon thousands of black boxes that the JD Iravan the Bitter has determined to be data storage devices. A special project has been prepared to decode their contents.
Updated.
Let's take a look. It needs a science ship in orbit, skill 3 or higher. Are both of them skill 3? That one is 4, this one is 3. Okay, so these guys... Go ahead and research that special project, please. No, go do it right now. Not later. Now, motherfucker. Give these guys some minerals right away and some energy credits right away. So we'll start off with a couple
Special
hundred.
project
Ooh.
complete.
What do we got here? The vault is a tomb for hopeful immortals. Science Officer Ralpakin asserts that the huge blocks of ternary code found in the databanks are neural images, digitized brain scans. Doubtlessly, the aliens of Coria 3 considered this to be their only shot at any kind of survival following whatever calamity befell their planet. They did not have the means to resurrect themselves, but banked on the impossibly small hope that eventually someone else would have those means. We do not. Let dead aliens lie. Let's get the massive boost in engineering research,
Construction complete.
I like that idea better. Okay, let's get these guys a few hundred energy credits. There you go. Butter up that agreement and confirm.
System survey complete.
Yay! They've agreed. So we've got an active sensor survey with them for the next 30 years. Very good. Oh, now there's still the Gokfurki Imperium, but what is this? We've got red ships here? What are these? Space amoeba. Okay, first Armada, you guys need to go and get repaired. Okay, that leaves Strom Prime. Your spaceport is done upgrading, so now we can get the orbital hydroponics farm. And the construction ship, which has been sitting here waiting, can finally... Oh, what? Really? It's not within our borders? Oh, look at that. Look at that. It is just a cunt hair outside of it. Well, that's disappointing. I was really looking forward to that. Alright, so the time is currently about 6:15 p.m. mine time. I'm going to shut down in 45 minutes, actually. So, a bit shorter tonight, but, you know, we'll revisit the Suthari and Stellar, whatever, Stellar Coalition sometime in the near future. Still can't build anything there. That's disheartening. I am sad. Alright, you need to continue random exploration. Tradition available. Good. Been waiting for this. Okay, so let's do this one.
Complete.
Pop growth speed increased and colony development increase as well. Okay, research complete. Good. What do we want now? 1960, 1960, 1960. Let's get afterburners. That's pretty cheap. 12 months and that's done. Okay, so Strom Prime, you are where the what's it called? The fleet is right now. So let's build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cruisers. I do eventually need to go over and upgrade all the ships that we currently have. Because it's Solar Sailor. Ooh, that'll give us some engineering research. I know that for a fact. Because right now, like, we have these lasers upgraded, but it's just putting in the stock red lasers. So we'll have to change that at some point in the future. Kind of like the look of these ships too. They're a little bit more unique than some of the other ones because they got weapons mounted on a little bit to the left and right, and it's not all just right down the middle of the ship. I think that's cool. What's the other one? The arthropoid ships are kind of like that as well. I like that about them. See? 150 engineering research points. Good. I knew that was going to happen. That jumped this up from 12 months to 9 months in an instant. Perfect. 13 months for interstellar warfare, 16 months for improved deflectors. Mineral cluster, 0% failure risk. Research it, please. Not finding very many habitable planets for us just yet. Kind of disappointing. Gilded Cage. The mineral constructs, for lack of a better term, is a room. Ralphikin now has the expertise Voidcraft trait. Ralphikin gains 100 experience points. Duly noted. Trade deal duration expired. Our research agreement is over. Okay, so let's go take a look-see here. This guy has Spark of Genius, so I want him to stay there. You know what? On second thought, let's turn this around. Spark of Genius, I want this guy in our engineering research. So you go there, and then this guy that's doing Voidcraft, that has Voidcraft, you go there. And that leaves this science ship. We will assign you guy who is specialized in rocketry. There. That's better, in my opinion. Are these borders growing at all? No? You're really going to stay right on the edge of my border, taunting me, going, you can't build stations here! Just outside your reach!
System survey.
Thanks a lot, game. Precursor discovery. A new precursor anomaly has been discovered on Strom 4. Ooh, several recruits from our ground forces recently made a halo insertion onto the surface of Strom 4 as part of a survival training exercise. When the recruits were picked up again after 2 months, one of them reported several findings indicating that an ancient precursor civilization had a presence on this world long ago. Interesting. So let's go ahead. Wait, which science ship is closer? Not him. Okay, so let's get this guy. You're just moving. So we're going to move you and research that anomaly that just popped up. Very good, very nice. Alright, so how are the colonies doing? Oh, hey, there we go. Look at that. We got our fleet kicking up. Got some cruisers getting built. Very good, very good. Big ship of the line. 156 military power per ship. Not very much, but that's fine. Okay, Strom Prime. Let's take a look-see. Can we upgrade the ship shelter? Yes. Planetary administration. Get that taken care of right away. You move there.
Research complete.
Ooh, research complete. What do we get? Interstellar warfare. Done. Okay. So, next, I don't know. They're all kind of expensive. I don't really care about this energy
Research
siphon.
complete.
I mean, I really don't. Quarantined World issues special project Orbital Blockade. Strom 4 was once a large Irasian colony showing signs of both industrial development and terraforming. As on other Irasian worlds, the fossilized remains tell a harrowing tale. The population rapidly succumbed to the Javorian pox, and there appears to have been widespread panic in all of the planet's major settlements. There is also an unusually large amount of debris in orbit, possibly the remnants of a battle. Crazy.
Situation
Fascinating.
updated.
Okay, so we're gonna do interstellar fleet traditions because why not? And then down here we've got, let's do antimatter missiles. Upgrade our missiles. Okay, asteroid listening post is available. Orbital blockade. Strom 4. Okay, I need a scientist of skill 4 or higher. Wow. Let's see. This guy needs scientist skill 5 or higher. Holy crap. And neither of them are that high. Okay, so you are researching nothing, apparently. Okay, they have to be 5 or higher for both of them, actually. Oops. Faction founder. They call themselves the Conclave of the True Gospel. Their members support spiritualist and conservative values. Okay, duly noted. So, you know what? You just carry on. Survey systems. Automatic exploration. Hop to it. Chop chop. Got places to go and things to explore. Let's see. Have you surveyed these places yet? That one. And that one. Start there. Okay, how are we doing in Kambibi? Nothing to upgrade. Very interesting. How about here? Nothing either. Okay, back to Strom Prime. This is almost done upgrading. About 60 days.
Construction complete.
What do we got? Okay, they are done making the destroyers to fill out the rest. Oh, we can get one... Sorry, we can get one more cruiser and one more destroyer right now. Who just died? Oh, okay, that's convenient. One of my science
System
officers.
survey complete.
Oh, here we go. Let's do this guy, custom AI assistant. That's actually really handy for what I need them to do.
Construction complete.
You. No, you're getting back over here. You are doing these systems. I need you to take care of these. Right meow. I should have to tell you to do this. I mean, I want that part of the galaxy explored. I want to see what's over there. I would love to be able to set up a colony somewhere in these worlds and then make this star system right here a choke point and just fill it full of military stations. So that anybody trying to attack and come through that hyperlane has to deal with it. Could put like a defensive fleet there at some point too. That would be awesome. Okay, so Strom Prime, you are still building ships. Planetary administration is done. There we go. Okay, so now we can just go right ahead and do power plants. We don't have to worry about basic power plants, like when you first get the planet. So heritage site, frontier clinic, we have to leave that, and then we can build a Xeno Zoo, I think. Where is it? There it is, Xeno Zoo. Boom. And we can also do another. You know what? Let's do an energy grid here, because I'm going to do quite a few power plants. Okay, they are done building our ships, and now we have 1,847 fleet power in our little fleet. Just for adding a few cruisers. That's very nice. Improved deflectors. Done. Excellent. What's next? What's next? You know what? I am going to go ahead and do hyperlane breach points. Improved hyperdrive is kind of nice, jumping all our ships from system to system. Just makes them move faster. Is this still not within our border? It is now. Yeah! Suck it. You thought you would escape me. Build all those stations. Awesome. Finally got that taken care of. Then, what about this system? No, that is just outside our borders. Just barely. Not as much, not as small of a gap as Valis has been for the last little while, but pretty close.
Anomaly found.
Whoa, massive impact. Let's research that. Yes. This is a pulsar, isn't it? Yes, it is.
Hostile fleet.
Oh no, where's this? What do we got? Ooh, more mining drones. Okay, so send your fleet in. We could take them. These guys are a bunch of pussies. Look at this stuff. 516 fleet power. We've got over 3 times that. Take them on. Asteroid collision. Ooh, that's what the large impact was. Interesting. Okay, so we're getting close to being able to take on these sapphire lurker guys. Oh, on the surface, research that anomaly. What was the total? It didn't say. That's okay. There's a lot of ships there. Holy crap. So we still can't quite take on those guys yet. We need more fleet capacity, and we need to max it out as soon as possible. How are we doing, by the way? Their opinion of us. They still don't really like us very much. They're kind of just, Gainful survey data on the distant system. Okay, well, that was easy. Let's see, these guys, on the other hand. Why didn't you just leave us alone? Okay, I can do that. Interstellar Fleet Traditions is done. Hollow Temple? Really? These are all things, apparently, and I never knew about them.
System survey complete.
Very neat. Tell you what, we're gonna go ahead and do that. 29 months. I actually quite like this song, and I would like to learn the basic melody on piano.
System survey.
Fun little pointless factoid of the night. You can now ignore me. Or go back to ignoring me, I should say.
Research complete.
Antimatter missiles done. Excellent. Battleships, finally. This is going to take a while. 127 months. 10 years for us to get battleships. But that will be in about 2259 or so. Maybe 2260. That's fine. 60 years into the game and we've got battleships. I think that's an okay speed. Just my opinion. What do I know? I'm just a dumb white kid.
Anomaly found.
What do we got? Weak signal. Research it. Here we go. Fleet action. These guys are going to get massacred. Here we go. Pew, 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 pew. Mummified pilot. 150 society research done.
Situation log updated.
And they just got crushed. That was awesome. Alright, back to Strom. Ooh, what do we got? Investigate Theta aliens. Themlar civilization encountered. We should consider building an observation post above their world to study them. Pre-alien civilization on Uva Vilbafilav in the Wua system. There is evidence that they have harnessed the power of the atom, and nuclear weapons may be prolific among their many divided nation-states. The possibility of a sudden self-inflicted extinction is high. We should build an observation post. Where is that, anyways? Oh, that must be over here. Yep. What do we got? Investigate Theta aliens. 1 month to finish that.
Special project complete.
The Othethi Star Hegemony. Diplomatic channels are now opening. Excellent. What do we got? Honor-bound warriors. I speak on behalf of the Othethi Star Hegemony, and I have been authorized to bring you greetings. As long as you stay out of our internal affairs and treat our great leader, Lord Protector Zaz, with reverence, I see no reason for our diplomatic relations to sour. What should we say? This meeting is surely a blessing. Boom. Alright, let's see. Contacts. Where are these guys, anyways? Whoa, they were way over there. Apparently their fleet capacity and whatnot is like all equivalent, but their technology is inferior. We're outpacing most everybody in technology. Except for these guys. Gonna guarantee these guys independence?
System
Nope,
survey
that's a bad
complete.
idea.
Anomaly found.
Anomaly found. Research it. Where is the other science ship? You need to go take care of that debris. Where is it? It's right next to you. Go do that right now. And then you can survey that system and finish surveying this system.
Construction complete.
Warp impact, 95 physics research points gained. Awesome. Okay, the construction ship has finished his tasks. That's good. Getting more research points across the board for those little stations that we just built. Okay, so let's continue building up Strom Prime. So power plants get upgrades. That energy grid will be done soon, which is awesome. You know what? I am going to go ahead and build a temple right here. I don't care about the food point. That's fine. Okay, so let's continue with the expansion tree since we're done all this stuff. Reach for the stars. System counts as being half the regular distance away. There we go. Alright, so we'll just wait for these buildings to build up. Let's see how our other planets are doing. Nothing to upgrade on any of them. Of course not. It's fine. Never had the access to these temples and stuff like that because I've never been a spiritualist empire before. So that's new stuff for me.
Debris analyzed.
Debris analyzed. What do we get? Mining drone lasers plus 20% progress and a couple points in physics and engineering research. All right, that's fine. Nothing spectacular there, but you know, better than nothing. There is still a special project here. Why? Oh, right. It needs a scientist of skill level 5, and neither of my science ships have a scientist. That's good. What do we got? Okay. Fleet Academy. No, I don't want to do those. Those are expensive to maintain. Okay, now you are building the temple. Or what are you doing? Oh. Energy grid? No. Oh yeah, you're upgrading this power plant now. Duh. Nobody accuse me of being smart. Not quite at the 10 pops. Getting there though. There. Actually, no, you know what? You stay there. You go there. You can go here. And that leaves you to go here.
System survey complete.
System survey complete. Okay. So now you're just chilling. No, stop going over there. This guy is like dead set to not do this part of the galaxy. Really annoying. I'm going to force you to do it whether you like it or not. And you're going to go up here. And we'll leave it at that for now. Good. Ooh, excuse me. Oops, no, that is not a planet. It's just a system with a planet. I put my frontier outpost there. Duh. Alright, how are we doing? Okay, temple is being built. Very good. I wonder if I can upgrade it to a holographic temple right away.
System survey complete.
Battleships, 82 months remaining. 5 months for the holographic temple. 14 for increased hyperdrive. Or improved hyperdrive, I should say. Okay, so next we are going to build a science lab here. No, I got this the day it came out, but this is a fairly new empire. I started this empire with our last stream, which I think was on the weekend. It's called the Suthari Stellar the Sutharian Stellar Coalition. Excuse me, holy crap. And we only have 3 planets. Our home system is right here in this Neri system. And then we made a colony here at Camb. And then we made a colony not too long ago right here in Strom. And this is Strom Prime, which I am currently placing buildings on to improve the efficiency and resource generation of this planet, since the other planets are pretty much built up. And apart from that, we're just waiting for our research projects to finish, namely this battleships one, because I want battleships. But that'll be a while still, about 6 or 7 years. Let's see, what do we got here for this? Oh, we can improve the hydroponics farms. But you know what could be really nice right now is increase our habitability by 5%. As far as the game being massive, I wouldn't really say it's massive, but it's definitely complex. I mean, it's a 4X grand strategy style of game. So the likes of, you know, Civilization or Alpha Centauri, and it's not like a real-time strategy like for example, Command and Conquer, for example, where it's just, you know, build up your base, build up your military units, blow up the enemy, that kind of crap. There is more important stuff going on. Like, I can actually go over to my contacts here and get in touch with the leaders of another empire, and I can just offer them a trade deal, make them my rival. I've already guaranteed independence with these guys.
System survey complete.
Or not these guys, but somebody else. I can close my borders to them so that their ships are not passing through the borders within this red zone here, which is basically the borders of our empire, of the Suthari Stellar Collective, so their ships won't pass through it, blah, blah, blah. On top of that, I've also got things going on, like our science ships are out surveying the galaxy. They're finding anomalies, and they're discovering things out of the galaxy that can help us out. For example, new places to set up colonies, as well as places to set up things like research stations and whatnot, where we can build a station and extract resources from, you know, the asteroid or the planet or whatever. Let's see. Agenda Scientific Leap. Frontier Spirit Investor. Research speed plus 10%. Yes, let's do that. Those are the guy. That's the guy that I want in place. So I need to assign a scientist to our engineering projects now. Ooh, Spark of Genius. There we go. Increase research speed by 10%. Again, boom. There you go. Okay, so 64 months remaining for battleships. So we just cut that down to 5 years. Easily. Okay, now what do we got here? Quantum energy states. Unlocks power plant 3. That would be super helpful. We're going to go with that. That'll take 33 months. Jeez. Let's take a look. I don't know anything about the game, bud. Looks interesting. I do like those types of games. Nice explanations. I had City Skylines. These long haul games I like. Yeah, actually, City Skylines was made by the same company, Paradox Interactive, and was ported to console by the same group that ported Stellaris Console, Tantalus. They're an Australian company, and they've done a really good job with the console UI, making it very intuitive and easy to use. Porting it over to console, I think they did a fantastic job. Okay, so we just increased our research speed by 20% in engineering, so that's why we cut down so much time. So we had an election for a new ruler with a political agenda to increase our research speed, and then I assigned a new scientist here that also increased the research speed. So I just cut down on about 20 plus months of our battleship research, just like that. So that'll be helpful. Yeah, that's what I've heard too. City Skylines was actually really well done on console. I've never played it myself, but I've seen quite a few videos. It looked cool. In the end, though, I was just like, you know what? It also reminds me a lot of like SimCity, and I could just never get along with SimCity. Bad memories there. But essentially, in this game... Oh, where is my armada? You guys are supposed to be orbiting the planet with the space station. Okay, so by telling our fleet to go orbit the planet, they'll actually be using up less maintenance cost every month on our energy credits up here in the very top left, and our minerals. So we'll see them jump up from plus 17 and plus 36 respectively as soon as this fleet enters orbit. We'll see that in a second here. But yeah, this game is extremely in-depth. Right now, like I said, I'm just kind of chilling. I can't even build up my fleet. Our fleet capacity has only gone up by 1. Okay, see, it just jumped up from 17 to 22 energy credits. Let's see. The United Bavondan Autocracy broke off their non-aggression pact with the Gulk Furky Imperium. It seems they may have grown tired of peace. That's not a good sign. That could very well mean that they are ready to go to war. So the Gulk Furky Imperium is these kind of teal guys right next to us. And the United Bavondan Autocracy, they've got all this area over here. So they're right next to the Gulk Furky Imperium, who we're kind of on friendly terms with. But the United Bavondan Autocracy, they're a bunch of assholes, so they don't really like us. So if those two guys go to war, I've guaranteed the Gulk Furky Imperium's independence, so that'll automatically put us at war as their ally. Now the Althethi Star Hegemony. We just met them. They don't really like or dislike us right now. Actually, none of them really like or dislike us, except for these guys, because they're xenophobic. The repulsive mewling your mouth emits sounds like the expulsion of fluids from a lesser species on Bavondonia, and will be treated accordingly. Yeah, thanks. That was touchy. Investigate Kappa aliens encountering Urium. We have encountered some form of an alien vessel in the Urium system. These strange objects have been flagged as Kappa aliens until we can learn more about them. We should proceed with caution. Okay, so now I can go to the situation log, and we will research their communications, and this should open up contact with a new empire within our galaxy. As you can see here, it's a spiral galaxy with two spiral arms. Complete. Oh, here we go. The Husco Covenant. We have established contact. I bring greetings from revered elder Sefukshud Uvivaviji. I don't even know how to fucking pronounce that. The elected leader of the Husco Covenant. We believe in the right of all sentient beings to fulfill their individual spiritual needs, and we hope you share in this sentiment. They are also, what's it called? Egalitarian spiritualists, just like us. This is pretty cool. So give them a nice greeting. Where are they on the map? Oh, they are right over there. They're right next to us. They must have just popped up. That's crazy.
Research complete.
Yeah, I'm the same way, dude. When I first got Civilization 5 a couple years ago, it was on sale on Steam. I lost a lot of sleep over the next few days. Let's see, what do we want here? Max influence from factions would be really good. I don't need the uplift ability, so let's go with the living state. But there are so many cool things you can do in this game, dude. Like you can find primitive species. Like there's one in here on this planet. It's a primitive species. They have not adopted space travel yet, but if they were within my borders, I could like build an observation post on their planet and then either just study them passively or try to uplift them to get to the space age quickly, and then they would be a part of our empire. Or they could, you know, join the galactic community and be their own spacefaring empire. Or there's even another option where you can actually infiltrate their government with genetically modified agents to have them all elected into what's the word I'm looking for? Points of leadership within their government, and then when they're ready to actually, you know, join the space age, then you reveal yourselves as, yeah, we're actually aliens and your planet is now a part of our empire, which is pretty cool. Like there's lots of cool shit you can do. There's even a ship designer. We can go in here and check out our different combat ships. Like you start off with just a basic Corvette, which has an unupgraded version of your initial weapon. In this case, I chose energy weapons, so they have lasers. But we can change that to either missiles, or we can upgrade it to the enhanced version of laser that I've already researched, like UV lasers in this case. And then we've got the destroyers, which, again, you can change as you want. In fact, I'll just make a new ship design right now. So let's go ahead and do a cruiser. So as you can see, a Corvette only has one section, destroyer 2, cruiser 3, and battleship, it has 3 as well. And you can choose what kind of section it has. So in this case, an artillery bow has 1 large weapon slot. A torpedo bow has 2 small weapon slots, but it has a slot for equipping torpedo weapons. And then you have a broadside bow, which has 2 medium weapon slots. And then in the middle, you've got a hangar core, which gives you some point defense to shoot down enemy missiles, as well as a slot for putting things like strike craft, so either bombers or fighters. You've got the artillery core, which has 1 medium and 1 large slot for weapons. Broadside core, 3 medium weapon slots, and then torpedo core, 2 small and 2 torpedo slots. And then the aft, you can put broadside stern with a single medium weapon slot, and or a gunship stern with 2 small weapon slots. And then battleships is even more customizable. You can have like a hangar front with a single slot for strike craft, and then a carrier middle with 2 strike craft slots. And then at the very back, you can put it like either broadside, which has like 4 weapons, or artillery, which has a single large weapon. I mean, it's super cool. It's very cool what you can do. I like the ship design aspect. You can even design your defense platforms, as you can see here. I only have the basic defense platforms, but you can get defense station, which has defense station is have like 4 spots on them, I should say, and then you got a fortress, which has 4 sections on it, and it holds like way more weapons and components and stuff. And you can also upgrade things like the hyperdrive on your ships so that they jump from system to system more quickly, and thrusters on them so that they move more quickly and have a higher chance to evade attacks when in combat. This, that, and the other thing. Like it's super cool and detailed, all the cool shit you can do in this game. And then, of course, here, just like in Civilization, with your policies that is generated from the purple resource in that like society or some shit, you've got your traditions. And in this case, I'm finishing off the expansion tradition with this one here. Frontier outpost upkeep reduced by 50%.
Research complete.
So we'll do that. And now that the expansion tradition is done, that increased our core sector worlds by another 2. So I can colonize 2 more planets without having to put them in their own sector. And how it works is you've got your core sector, which can only have so many planets that are directly under your control, as in you choose the building projects that are going on those planets, you choose what they do for ship construction, this, that, and the other thing. Whereas planets in a sector, they pretty much just do what they want, but they do supply you with a portion of the profits.
System survey complete.
And whatnot. But you don't have direct control over them. They're still a part of your empire, you just don't have direct control over them. So I mean, like I keep saying, man, there is lots to do. In my save game, in the if you see in the bottom left there, you see the number going up. That's actually the date. So the year is 2265. It's the 3rd month and the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th day. Resource generation is measured in months. Every month you get an equivalent of the food that you're generating, the influence that you're generating, the unity, as well as your minerals and your energy credits, which determine buying stuff, essentially. So it's measured in months, and then years can determine when things happen. There's things called endgame crises in this game, and I had one in my save game that I don't stream, where not a rival, but another empire that has like a huge area in the galaxy. They actually underwent an artificial intelligence uprising where one of their planets completely revolted. All the robots took over the planet, and they made this combat fleet that started going out destroying their fucking unmanned stations on nearby systems and stuff like that. So me and the other empire that was allied with these guys that had to deal with this, we all sent in our giant ass fleets after this little group of annoying rebels and absolutely obliterated them. And then we basically subjugated the AI into submission so that they would stop fucking around. So yeah. But you're right. It is kind of tedious to learn. There's a lot to pick up on really quickly, but that's kind of part of the fun of this game. Like if you go on my YouTube, I've only got about 3 episodes of the previous empire that I made. It's the Squawking Star League. They didn't last very long because I made the mistake of I had this big fleet, kind of, and they were taking up so much maintenance that I was actually losing energy credits every month by a significant amount. So I was like, you know what? I can't really deal with this anymore, so I am going to go ahead and dismiss this whole fleet, and that will put our energy credits back in the green. Well, guess what that did? That made the empire right next to me that didn't like me very much declare war on me, and then they started kicking the shit out of me. So we got obliterated. It was depressing.
Updated.
What do we got? Investigate Lambda aliens. Okay. So we've got...
System survey complete.
What's happening here? Lambda aliens. These are the fucking space amoeba. I can't believe I haven't finished those. Okay, so we'll research that.
Situation log updated.
Investigate Moo aliens. Holy crap. New aliens popping up left and right. Okay, so let's research that too. There's, of course, obviously things like aliens that you come across, like these space amoeba that are actually hostile and you can fight them and kill them. And then there's other things such as like space pirates pop up. Yes, I am Mofugger on YouTube, Mofugger X, you can find it. I will probably be changing that at some point, but the easiest thing to do is if you just search Mobius Y in the search bar, I'll probably be the first channel that pops up, because I titled it Mobius Y. That shouldn't be a problem. But I'll probably be making a custom URL on my channel so that it's way easier to find. Because I've already done that with my Twitch. My Twitch is now Mobius_Y. My Twitter I changed from a World of Tanks related moniker to just Mobius Y Games, and I would like to change my YouTube custom URL as well once I actually, you know, remember to do so. So you'd say the AI empires you're pitted against are spontaneous and not predictable / scripted. Kind of. They behave based on what their empire is like. If they're a peaceful empire, like when you first create your empire, you can choose what it's like, whether they're a more peaceful empire or they're militaristic, and whether you are spiritual or materialistic, and each different thing generates certain different benefits. Like if you're materialistic, you get a permanent research bonus, but if you're spiritual, then your population is less likely to be unhappy with you. And various other things. So it depends on the kind of empire that the AI is. And in this case, the neighboring empire that was pissed off at me with the Squawking Star League, they were pretty militaristic and they were xenophobic. So they didn't like anybody. And there's also other empires called fallen empires that you can encounter. They are ridiculously advanced empires. I found this out the hard way in another one of my save games. They don't for the first while they don't expand and they don't research new technologies, but they are ridiculously strong right off the bat. Like they'll have a fleet of maybe only about 20 or 40 ships, but the total fleet power of that one fleet will be about 100,000. So you have to build up enough research. You have to like fully upgrade your lasers, for example, or you have to just build up a big enough fleet by expanding so much and maximizing your fleet capacity a huge amount before you can take them on. But sometimes after say about 200-300 years, those fallen empires can actually become an awakened fallen empire, at which point they start galactic conquest, basically. So, I mean, there's lots of crazy shit that happens. There are numerous endgame crises that I have not experienced in this game. I just have a vague idea of what they are. One of them is, for example, the Pious Hathcom Union. For example, one of them is an extragalactic species bent on dominating or exterminating all the empires in the galaxy. Just shows up out of nowhere, right? And they're like ridiculously powerful. So that's like one thing. An AI uprising is another, but the AI uprising can be very like weak if somebody hasn't built up a lot of robots on their planets. Then it'll be a really weak AI uprising, which was the case for me. You know, lots of crazy shit can happen. It's always pretty cool. Okay, so let's talk to the Pious Hathcom Union. What do we got here? They are also spiritualists. Chief Precentor Slurfuge and the rest of the religious council bids you greetings. We provide spiritual guidance to the Pious Hathcom Union, and our stated goal is to lead this great nation on a path to salvation. Do not cross this path, and we may leave in friendship. May the spirits bring you to your goals. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to save the game. Where is it? There it is. Stream game 2. Select. Overwrite, yes. And I'm actually going to quit to the menu. So I was about to... Yeah, I know. Everyone thought you was a hot girl due to the pics you posted. Yeah, I know. I still do that. Not to try and confuse people, but because reasons. Anyways, so what you can do when you first start Stellaris, you can actually select pre-made empires. As you can see here. Now these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the top are actually ones that I have made. And they will be persistent in the game. So there's a chance that they could show up as an AI empire in your game if you allow them to. You can change it where in the bottom there it says click the right stick to change spawn setting. Or sorry, move the right stick, I should say. So if you see on the far right, Empire spawning allowed. The Suthari Stellar Coalition. Holy crap, reading is hard. The Suthari Stellar Coalition is allowed to appear in a regular game instead of a randomly generated empire. And this one that I'm playing now, the Zaxoan Collective. This is my current single-player game. The Zaxoan Collective is allowed to appear in a regular game instead of a randomly generated empire. Most of the AI empires are randomly generated. But you can have it so that things like the Sylph Union will show up as an AI empire if you want them to, or you could play as them if you so pick. And then Stellaris has some pre-made empires, like they've got the United Nations of Earth, which is, you know, humans. Then they've got the Commonwealth of Man, which is humans that left the United Nations of Earth to colonize a new planet. And they have a different kind of government. Like the Commonwealth of Man is dictatorial, they're xenophobic, and they're fanatic militarists. Meanwhile, the United Nations of Earth, they're democratic, they're xenophiles, so they like aliens, and they're all like, oh, let's learn about each other and all that shit. And they are fanatic egalitarians, so everybody is equal, right? And then you've got a bunch of other ones, like the Tzin Empire, you've got the Kingdom of Yondarim, you've got the Ixodar Star Collective, the Chinor Stellar Union, and of course the best one, the Blorg Commonality. So you've got all these empires that you can choose from right off the hop. You don't have to make one on your own, but you can if you so choose. And when you make them, as I said, you can force them. You can even force the game to always spawn in an empire you have created. So on the far right, I've changed it to Empire Spawning Forced. The Sylph Union will always appear in a regular game instead of a randomly generated empire. Or you can completely forbid them from spawning. So the Sylph Union is not allowed to appear in a regular game instead of a randomly generated empire. So, you know, they give you those options there. Of course, the other thing you can do is just completely randomize an empire. You don't know what the hell you'll get, and then you can just start a game right from there. Or you can create a brand new one. And when you create one, it's every little detail. What do they look like? Are they humanoid? Are they mammalian? Are they reptilian? Are they avian? Are they arthropods? So like insect-like. Are they molluscoids? So kind of like, you know, shellfish and stuff like that. Really big sentient shellfish like these guys. Basically looks like a big smart scallop. And then you've also got what's the fungoid? Hang on. There we go. Fungoid. There we go. Fungoid. So like giant fucking space mushrooms, basically. And then the Blorg Commonality is these guys. And then you give them a species name, which can be randomized, completely randomized, and it'll just give you one for the hell of it. It'll give you the name of the species, their plural name, and the adjective, meaning, you know, if something made by these species, for example. So we've got Valmanax. They are Valmanaxians, and the adjective is Valmanax. We could even change it to the adjective is Valmanaxi. There we go. And that will actually show up in dialogue conversations with other AI empires. Let's just go ahead and change the appearance, and we'll make them avian. See, this is what I picked for the Squawking Starling, basically a space peacock. There we go. Now that's a freaking penguin. And then name lists, the ship prefix, so you can pick whatever you want. We can do like XXX, you know, a porno ship. And then you pick the kind of names for your ships. So if you just go with avian, you've got things like for your fleet names are the Irusu Starflock, the Tesona Starflock, the Citanus Starflock, the Soaring Starflock, that kind of shit. Avian is bird-like. And then you've got traits for this particular species, which give small bonuses. But how this works is you have 5 total trait picks, right? So you can pick 5 of these things, but the problem is you only have so many trait points, as you saw. See, now I have 0 picks, but I have -7 trait points, and I'll show you why in just a second here. So you start off with 2 trait points. Yeah, there's a lot of options. And actually, the first DLC that I believe is coming out within the next week and a half, gives you a plantoids option. So basically, you can make your empire a bunch of sentient spacefaring trees, if you so wanted to. But it's entirely aesthetic stuff, which can be pretty cool. So anyway, like I was saying, So you've got some of these trait picks. For example, you can go with intelligent, which increases the output of all your research that is generated on your planets and from your entire empire. But you can also specifically pick one of these, like natural engineers, natural physicists, or natural sociologists, because there is engineering, physics, and society research trees. So if you go with intelligent, which increases the science output on all three, that will actually require 2 trait points. So that puts it at 0. But if you go with just one of these other ones, then it only, then it only takes 1 trait point. So you go natural physicist, for example. So you still have 1 trait point, is essentially what that does. So you can essentially pick a total of 5 traits for your species, and you have to balance it out so that the trait points is exactly 0. You obviously don't have to pick 5 traits. You could just go with adaptive, which gives plus 10% to habitability to nearby planets. So it's a lot easier to colonize different planets that have a different kind of environment from your homeworld. On the downside, though, there's nothing else special about them, right? So if we take that off, something that I like to do, like for example with the Sylph Union, so they're basically elves. I went with this one, Venerable, leader lifespan, plus 75 years. So they have a really long lifespan. This takes 4 trait points. So I picked that, and then, god damn it, and then I picked one more. What was it? I can't remember. Doesn't matter. So let's go with, say, Communal, which increases their happiness. So now I've got those 2 picked. I need to balance them out with some negative ones. So let's go with, say, Sedentary. This species has a sedentary past, and its members are reluctant to migrate away from where they grew up. So migration speed and resettlement costs go up. So we put that on. Now our trait points are up from -3 to -2. And then I can put something else on, such as, where is it? Let's go non-adaptive for shits and giggles. So we put that on there. Now I've got 4 traits for this species. I could put one more on, but we're at 0 trait points, so we'll leave it at that. Now, the last thing you can do, what does your leader look like? You can choose their sex and the appearance of certain, roughly translated, lazy bastards, yeah. You can choose the sex, which will actually change the appearance depending on the appearance card. For example, obviously if you pick humanoid, these pseudo-Cardassians will look different. But I mean, obviously the human ones will look different. And then you can pick their clothes, what their clothes look like. Phenotype is essentially only a human. It's only selectable with the human appearance card, pretty much. I have not known it to be selectable with the other ones. You can change their hairstyle if they have hair. Again, change their clothes. Color variants. This changes the color of the representative in the little card there, and then you can change the appearance of the background room. And there's a lot of selections there. And then give your ruler a name, which again you can randomize. So let's go with Earcal, whatever the hell that name means, and then you can give them a title. I've actually given a title to a female ruler at the start of the Empire's creation, and then the next ruler was I dubbed her Empress, and then the next ruler was actually automatically dubbed Emperor. So I think there's some kind of algorithm that determines what the title of your rulers are. So I'm going to title this one Dipshit, for example. And then you pick your homeworld, name it what you want, or you can come up with a random name. So so not only the homeworld, but your home star system will have a name. And you can even have it where this species, Chief Pecker, yeah, there you go. This species can actually start in either the Sol system, where the United Human Federation starts, or the Deneb system, which I believe the Commonwealth of Man starts in. And then you got to pick what your homeworld is like for your species. So you've got dry climates, desert world, arid world, savanna world, and then wet climates are ocean world, continental, and tropical worlds. And then frozen, you've got Arctic, alpine, and tundra worlds. And by picking what climate the homeworld is like, this determines the habitability of your species on other worlds. So for example, if these penguins like an ocean world, if they start on an ocean world, they will have like a 70 or 60% or even a 50% habitability on colonizing continental or tropical worlds, but that value will go down as you go to things like frozen worlds, for example, Arctic or Alpine, or even, you know, arid and desert worlds, for example. So you have to up their habitability through research or even terraform those planets. And then lastly, you change the little city appearance in the very background there. So these guys are birds, so we'll go with avian, right? And then you go over to your empire. So this is where you pick your government and ethics. Now the ethics is essentially this applies to the entire empire, not just your species. When you were first making your species and selecting things like these traits will only require. These traits only apply to your one species. So if other species start migrating into your empire, they won't have these long lifespans like these guys do, and other things. But because they are part of your government, they will adopt the same ethics. For example, you can go with here's a good one, materialists. Like I said, they get a research speed bonus, and it's higher if you are fanatic materialists. And then the same thing for being a militarist. If you're a militarist, you get a higher fire rate with your ships and more army damage. And if you're a fanatic militarist, you get an even bigger bonus. So you get a total of 3 ethic points by picking one of the fanatic options. That requires 2 ethic points, so you can only pick one. You can only pick one other thing. But if you just want to get as many bonuses as possible, you can actually pick 3 ethics. We could be militaristic, and we could be xenophiles, and we could be materialist as well, if we so wanted. Of course, we could always change that to get the maximum bonus from being materialist. You pick fanatic materialist, and then the other option is you pick something like egalitarian, for example. And how it works is you cannot be both a materialist and a spiritualist at the same time, because they're opposite ends of the spectrum, right? And then by picking those, we have to. It determines what kind of government we could pick. Like, we could pick a democratic government, which holds an election every 10 years. There's an oligarchic, which has an election every 40 to 50 years to select a new ruler, and this is just like a small ruling elite that controls your government. Then, of course, there's a dictatorship, which has an election upon ruler death. And then lastly is an imperial government, where it's basically a monarchy. Your first ruler, when your first ruler dies, the designated successor after them becomes your new ruler, and you don't really have a choice over that one. So you've got those options, and depending on what kind of authority your government has, that determines what kind of civics you can pick in the middle screen there. So if we went with, for example, theocratic oligarchy, you can pick things like, what's one that gets taken out like right away? Actually, hold on. See, this civic here, imperial cult, this society has a dominant state religion where the ruler is worshipped as a living deity. So that's if your ethics are your government is spiritualist, you're also authoritarian, so nobody's really equal, and you respect your leaders and whatnot. So, and you also have to be a monarchy in order to have imperial cult available, and then you get the bonus from that. But you can also do things like, for example, environmentalist, consumer goods cost reduced. What's another good one? Let's see. Mining guilds. Here's a good one. Empire minerals production plus 10% permanently. Here's another one. Functional architecture building cost reduced by 15% permanently for the entire game. And of course, you get additional civic picks if you reform your government at any point in the game. So if you change it from what you selected as at the very beginning of the game that this empire starts with, then you can get some different civic picks as the game progresses. And then, of course, the last bit of customization is what does your flag look like and what is the name of the empire. So we've got Sacrosanct Valminax Foundation, and the name it generates randomly has to do with the ethics that you pick, as well as the kind of authority that you have. So if we went with let's go with fanatic xenophobes, and we are pacifist. Let's go change the empire name now. Grand Duchy of Tirbatna, the nation of Tirbatna, the kingdom of Tirbatna. the Valmanex Serene Kingdom, you know, that kind of bullshit, because we're pacifist, right? So let's change that and get rid of that. Let's be materialists, and we'll be militaristic. And then we're going to change the empire name. The Valmanax Interplanetary Imperium, the Great Valmanax Sovereignty, the United Valmanax Hegemony, the United Valmanax Hierarchy, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. So it's actually really cool how the randomization goes in this game. I'm going to shoot Mobius. Thanks for the explanations, bud. I'll check out your YouTube vids on it. Yeah, I've actually gone over this a few times on previous streams, so you'll see them on YouTube if you want to check those out. You have unsaved changes. Are you sure you want to exit? Yes, I don't want to create that. But that's it for me. I actually wanted to shut down a bit ago, but I wanted to show you what it's like. Just making your own empire can be a lot of fun. The very first stream that I did of this game, it took me like 30, 45 minutes to make my first empire. So you can spend a lot of time doing that. Anyways, thanks to everybody for dropping by tonight. Kind of a shorter stream tonight, but I did enjoy it nonetheless. Hopefully you guys did as well. I'll be back definitely later in this week. On Friday for sure, I'll be playing some Anthem, if you want to drop by and watch me playing some of that. But follow me on Twitter, Mobius_Y_games, if you would like to see other streams. I might have an incognito one pop up either tomorrow or Thursday where I play a different game. Maybe I'll go back to playing this, for example. And we continue the Suthari Stellar Coalition's story. Thanks very much for dropping by. This is Mobius Y signing off. I'll see you guys next time.